Welcome to Fun Facts Daily, your source for just the good stuff. Monday through Friday, we're bringing fun facts and news you can use, all carefully curated to uplift and inform. So give yourself a break, relax, and learn something awesome in just a few minutes every day. Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in to Fun Facts Daily. I'm your host Kyle Wood. Today we'll be learning all about graduations, but let's get started by warming up our brains with a little challenge to see if you can tell fact from fiction. Here's an odd statement I came across recently. The tradition of wearing a cap and gown for graduation started because early universities were so cold, students needed them to stay warm. Does that ring true to you? Take a moment to think about it. I'll reveal the actual facts at the end of this episode. Now, our word of the day. Today's word of the day is regalia. Regalia refers to the distinctive clothing and symbols worn by people to indicate their official position or to mark a special occasion, such as a graduation. In the context of graduation, academic regalia includes the cap, mortarboard, and tam, gown, and often a hood. The word regalia comes from the Latin word regalis, meaning royal or of a king. Originally, it referred to the emblems, symbols, or privileges of royalty, like the crown and scepter. Over time, its usage expanded to include the formal attire of any high office or special ceremony. Now for your daily high five, our top 5 fun facts about graduation. Number 1. Honorary degrees are awarded to recognize exceptional achievement and bring prestige, not to diminish student effort. It might seem puzzling when someone who never attended a particular university, or perhaps any university, is awarded a degree at a graduation ceremony. But honorary degrees are a long-standing tradition in academia. They're bestowed upon individuals who have made extraordinary contributions to a specific field, to society as a whole, or who have achieved great distinction. Think of renowned artists, scientists, philanthropists, or world leaders. Universities grant these degrees for special reasons: to honor the recipient's outstanding work, to inspire graduating students by presenting them with an example of high achievement, and also, candidly, to associate the university with the prestige and recognition of the honoree. It's not meant to devalue the degrees earned through years of study by the graduating class. It does still seem a little funny, though, to have the graduates who put in years of study at a university listen to the meandering remarks of a commencement speaker who may not have studied there at all. Number 2, the youngest person ever to graduate from college was a 10-year-old prodigy. Michael Kearney holds the Guinness World Record for the youngest college graduate. He obtained his bachelor's degree in anthropology from the University of South Alabama in June 1994 at an astonishing age of just 10 years and 4 months. His academic journey was extraordinarily accelerated. He started speaking in full sentences at just 4 months old, learning to read at 8 months, and began high school at age 6. After his initial degree, Kearney didn't slow down. He went on to earn multiple master's degrees, including one in chemistry from Middle Tennessee State University at age 14, and another in computer science from Vanderbilt University at age 18. His exceptional intellectual abilities allowed him to navigate higher education at an age when most children are still in elementary school, making his achievements a remarkable and rare feat in academic history. Number 3. On the other end of the spectrum, a 99-year-old man finally received his college degree nearly 80 years after dropping out during the Great Depression. Leo Plass of Oregon officially became a college graduate at the age of 99 in 2011, receiving his associate's degree from Eastern Oregon University. He had originally attended what was then called Eastern Oregon Normal School in the early 1930s and was just a few credits short of graduating when he left in 1932. During the Great Depression, a logging job offered $150 a month, a significantly better prospect than the $80 a month a teaching salary would provide. So he made the practical choice to leave school. Decades later, at the urging of a nephew, university officials reviewed his old transcripts and, considering his life experience, determined he had fulfilled the requirements for an associate's degree in general studies. Plass, who was just 2 months shy of his 100th birthday at the time, proved it's truly never too late to achieve an educational goal, even if it takes almost a lifetime. His story captured hearts as a testament to lifelong learning and finishing what you started. Number 4. The celebratory tossing of graduation caps is a relatively modern tradition starting in the early 20th century. While academic regalia feels ancient and has medieval origins, the iconic image of graduates throwing their caps, specifically mortarboards, into the air is a much more recent development. The first documented instance of this celebratory cap toss is often attributed to the 1912 graduating class of the U.S. Naval Academy in Annapolis, Maryland. Prior to this, graduates were required to wear their hats for 2 years after commissioning, so the toss symbolized the end of this requirement and the beginning of their service as officers. The practice quickly caught on at other institutions as a joyful and symbolic gesture of accomplishment, freedom, and the end of one chapter of life before embarking on the next. It provides a powerful visual expression of collective celebration and has become an enduring and beloved image associated with graduation ceremonies worldwide, even though some institutions now discourage it due to safety concerns and the desire to maintain a more formal atmosphere. Number 5, the Pomp and Circumstance March, a staple at many graduations, was composed by an English composer and first played at a Yale graduation in 1905. The widely recognized graduation march is officially titled Pomp and Circumstance March No. 1 in D major. It was composed by Sir Edward Elgar in 1901. Its association with graduations began in the United States when it was played at the Yale University commencement ceremony on June 28, 1905, where Elgar was invited to attend and receive an honorary doctorate. The piece was reportedly played as the recessional, and its dignified and uplifting melody resonated so well with the occasion that other universities soon adopted it. Now it's time for news you can use. Here's a practical tip for graduation day. If you're wearing a gown, consider attaching a small weight like a few coins taped together to the inside hem of your gown near the zipper or front opening if it's windy. This little hack can help prevent your gown from flying open or billowing unflatteringly in a breeze, especially during outdoor ceremonies or while taking photos. It's a simple way to ensure you look your best and feel more comfortable without having to constantly adjust your attire, allowing you to focus on enjoying your special day. Now for the moment you've been waiting for. Earlier, I asked if the tradition of wearing a cap and gown for graduation started because early universities were so cold students needed them to stay warm. That one is a fact. While the cap and gown are now symbolic of academic achievement, their origins are indeed practical. In the medieval period, when the first universities were established in Europe, think places like Oxford and Cambridge, these institutions were often housed in ancient stone buildings. Central heating was centuries away, so the long, heavy robes and accompanying hoods served as essential layers to protect scholars from the biting cold and dampness prevalent in the lecture halls and living quarters. Imagine trying to focus on dense Latin texts while shivering. The regalia was less about fashion and more about survival and comfort for these early academics. Of course, there is a little bit more to it than just the utilitarian comfort and warmth. The tradition of wearing specific gowns, caps, and hoods dates back to the 12th and 13th century. In these early universities, many scholars were also members of the clergy or training to be, and their everyday attire often consisted of simple, sober robes similar to those worn by monks. This attire helped to distinguish them as scholars within society. As universities became more formalized, so did the dress code. Specific colors, lengths, and materials of gowns and hoods began to signify different fields of study, levels of academic degree, bachelor's, master's, doctorate, and the particular university one attended. This created a visual system for recognizing academic rank and achievement, a tradition that largely continues today as a symbolic link to the long history of higher education. Now, I hope you enjoyed learning about graduations with me, and be sure to tune in every weekday for even more fun facts. Fun Facts Daily is an Airwave Media podcast. It was written, recorded, mixed, and edited by me, Kyle Wood. Thanks for sharing a part of your day with me. Be sure to follow Fun Facts Daily on your favorite podcast app so you can keep the good stuff coming your way every day. And if you like the show, please do me a favor and leave a kind rating, review, or just tell your friends about it.